Ah, welcome back to Brands Hatch, but this is a full Grand Prix circuit. Track day, there's the full circuit. You can see that the bit on the right is the normal Indy circuit. And then you've got this massive load of straights and tricky corners going into the new GP. Well, say it's new. They've resurfaced it recently, and they've got this massive extra bit of track that you very rarely get to ride on it. So luckily you had a sunny day. I've got a new motorcycle, which is the same as the V2 that I had in white, but this is the Bayliss 20th anniversary edition that's got some trick suspension. So this is where I was chatting to the guy and going round the motorcycle, and he was changing all these bits and bobs and things I know nothing about. It's called Race Lab motorcycle suspension, and we thought we'd get it done before we went on the track. So you can see I've got my brake protector on there. Beautiful bike this is. I absolutely love this bike. I've got rid of those wing mirrors now, those disgusting wing mirrors. Listed all of the settings. I haven't got a clue what it all means, but it's clicks and adjustments. But let's get on with the action. We've just done a little bit of a warm-up. We're going scalp hunting in the intermediates. We're up to number 1, which is on the new track. Sorry, this rear view is not particularly good. We're lining up number 2 scalp here. Now, the intermediates guys are, they're no slouches. They can ride. So you've got to be more careful when you're passing people. We're going into the famous Dingle Dell, which is a bit of a drop, but you can't really see it. There's a blind right-hander there. There's number 3 scalp, I believe, we're going past already. And then there's a left-hander that takes you barreling into clearways, which is normally just you go around the corner and you just try not to high-side it, but you go under this bridge and then you've got to really go hard on the brakes, tip it in, and then so you're carrying a lot more speed than you normally would onto the straight. So I think we got number 4 scalp there. There we go. He was going right up to the limit there. That's quite exciting. Going down my favourite corner of the track, Paddock Hill Bend. I'm normally pretty good round here, pretty rapid. I can pull away from a couple of people there. Now I'm actually running the bike in. There's scalp number 5. So I'm not getting anywhere near the power band really, but it probably is okay. It sort of evens itself out on this track really, because it's got this. I think this is the most technical part of the circuit, the Indy track really, because once I got used to the new bit of the track, it was pretty simple really. There was just the blind cresting after Dingle Dell corner that I was worried about. This is a nasty corner. This is Surtees that when you lead onto this fast straight, you've got to carry it a lot slower than when you're used to going around the Indy track. It's normally you just clip it and carry on, but I'm not quite sure what sort of speeds you can get up to down the straight. You could probably get up to at least 130 to 150 easy. So they've resurfaced all this bit of track. It's all very nice and smooth. It's very lovely out the back of this track. You've got lots of greenery and forest, and there's not many. I don't think there's any grandstands out the back there. Oh, number 6, I believe. Scalp number 6. So that's the crested. Because it crests at the top of the hill, you can't actually see where the apex is. So you just got to know where it goes. As I said, it only took me about 5 laps or 6 laps to work that one out. So we're at 6, 7. Oh, gaggle of them here. 8, 9. We've got 9 scalps. That's nice. Back into clearway. So this is the normal Indy circuit again. The thing about Brands is that it does undulate. It's a really nice circuit in terms of undulation. Was that 9? I don't know. Is that 9? Could be 9. And even Paddock Hill doesn't look as steep as it is in real life. It's pretty steep. This is Druids, which is quite a slow corner, but I found I could lean. Look at the lean angle on that bike. It's crazy. It's so easy to ride the V2. Absolutely sublime to ride, and the suspension adjustments it did were very good. number 10, I think, unless I've lost count. Oh, we could have 11 coming up here very shortly as well. So the bike handled really well, but as I said, I'm running it in, so I couldn't really take the piss too much, because I don't want to blow the engine up and void the warranty and all that sort of stuff. So this bike has got this is the 20th anniversary Bayliss edition, which is basically a V2 with, there we go, I think that's that 11. It's got full Olin suspension front and rear, good quality components. It's got Olin steering damper, a self-bleeding master cylinder, nice little exhaust, titanium exhaust cover, race paint job. It's got some inscriptions on the plate. They're all individually numbered, so I guess they'll stop the production of them at some point. But it's a beautiful looking bike. They've got the Italian tricolour, red, white and green colours all over the bike. Looks fantastic. But the power's the same, the engine's the same, the chassis, all that stuff, all that good stuff. It's just an upgraded version. By about list price, it's about $3,000 more, and I think you get a lot of value for your money. But I got mine from a guy who only he bought 5 bikes from the garage, and he wanted to keep, oh there we go, I think that's 12. He bought 5 bikes and sent this one back. Didn't do it for him. Had 90 miles on the clock, and I thought, hell yeah, I want it. And he'd spent $2,000 on it with Ducati, of course, carbon fibre rear mud guard and a front mud guard. And actually, something that didn't really bother me, but I quite like it now, is a frame protector. So I think we're up to about 12 scalps now, I think. I know how many in total I did, because I've obviously watched the video, but so that bridge that I just went under, people often say, because it dips the track there as you go under it, so some people sort of, like then when they're going on a roller coaster, they duck their head a bit, you know. But this is the last session of the day. I'd actually managed to, with my energy levels, to actually survive five sessions. I did mess up on the first session because I went round Surtees a bit hot, and I thought, oops, so I grabbed some hands for the brake and just went and onto a bit of tarmac and turned around and sheepishly went back onto the circuit. So, but you know, that went in the brain, the old memory back. So, oh, here we go. I think this is Mr. 13. Unlucky for him. So yeah, we're really barren. You see the velocity there around the entry to clearways is a lot different if you saw like an Indy circuit one. So you've got to brake a bit earlier, and you've got to think of your overall speed if you're really hammering down here before you hit paddock and then tip it in. That's a nice apex. So I'd done quite a few scalps. I think that could have been 14 actually. I think I counted 14. I think I miscalculated, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So I was quite happy with that, and I'm like, it's only because they did 20-minute sessions in the morning. Lots of people in the group, 60 bikes in each group, easy. 4 lots of 20 minutes in the morning, and then it was meant to be 3 sessions of 15 minutes in the afternoon. But I managed to last about 11 minutes, because by that time of the day I was absolutely shattered. I know it doesn't look like I'm moving around that much. Obviously this crappy camera view just shows my feet moving, but when you're braking hard and taking all that energy out of you, it does stack up. So I did the old man thing and said, yeah, I've had enough. So and I've had a good blast. I think my best lap was probably about 1:53 or something. So hope you enjoyed this little trundle around the GP circuit, and probably catch you at Bedford in a week's or so's time. Cheers for watching.